Let's talk about Harry and Meghan. They lit a spark that will keep partners with the Sussex's Archwell Foundation. He also said that the couple's visit to the Lightway Academy in Abuja was not just a photo op and had a lasting effect on the pupils. Jack, there's been a lot of talk about the success or otherwise of this Nigeria visit. And this coming off the back of some suggestion that the First Lady of Nigeria had been criticising Meghan. This fulsome praise for what they achieved.
Absolutely. Look, I think there is everything Harry and Meghan do attracts some criticism. I think they need to not take it to heart and not overly fixate on it. I think that
see it as par for the course.
See it as par for the course. They need to come away knowing that overwhelmingly the impression that came across from the Nigeria tour was positive and it made them look great. They, being photographed helping children who need help is exactly what they should be doing. I don't personally see why they can't do more of this in America. I think it would be fantastic if they did. The Nigerian First Lady actually, I think, her office rode back her comments in the end to AFP and said that she had actually not been commenting on Meghan's dress. She had been commenting on the kind of the youth in Nigeria more generally.
This was when she made a comment about not needing to...
About nakedness, saying, you don't need to be naked. But she wasn't saying Meghan was naked. She was saying Meghan came to Nigeria of respect for Nigerian culture. So I think overwhelmingly it's been a hugely positive tour and it's really that kind of old school royal approach is going to do wonders for Harry and Meghan's popularity in America, which has healed a lot, but took a massive knock after spare. So they're still going through this process of removing that cloud that they put over themselves. And yeah, I think they should do more of it on US soil.
I mean, the Nigeria tour was a reminder of just what they can do and the clout that they can have, the pulling power.
Yeah, and it is a reminder of what the monarchy is missing because they're not working royals. I mean, I don't think they can't have a half-in, half-out arrangement. It doesn't make sense to me. I think it's fraught with difficulties and complexities, but it is very sad that they've chosen to be all out when faced with those two, when faced with being all in or being all out, because they, you can see there's a real kind of star quality to both of them, and I don't think you can deny that. And they're both brilliant public speakers and they're both incredibly animated. And when they go and do these tours, people who love them and even people who don't love them, I think, are fascinated to watch what they're doing and to talk about what they're doing. And that's an incredibly powerful thing.
Staying with Harry and Meghan, their daughter Lilibet has just turned 3 years old. It's been reported that they celebrated over the weekend by throwing a party with those in attendance, including both family members and Lilibet's friends, not family members from this side of the pond.
No, of course.
Though, Jack, and actually, remarkably, we know so very little about Lily.
And of course, no photograph is the key thing. So with Archie, we actually have seen a whole bunch of pictures and the little video clips of him from his early life because they decided to do that during the for the Oprah interview and for some of their other projects. But they really
one for Lily's first birthday, which was here,
which was at Frogmore Cottage here. Yeah, that was the day that we think she met the Queen. But although there's no picture of the two of them together, but. It feels kind of strange because she's a royal kid. I do kind of respect it as well, though. This is actually what they always said that they wanted to do for their children, and then they kind of rode back a bit with Archie and did put him into the limelight a little bit. But with Lilibet, they really are kind of keeping her in a kind of bubble where she can live a semi-ordinary, very affluent but semi-ordinary life.
Yeah, I mean, this was the choice, wasn't it? They knew that if they stepped back, they could have complete control over exactly what they did and nobody had any right or means to question any of it. And that's what they've got. They don't want to release pictures. They don't want to release information. They're not going to, and that's absolutely fine. People magazine had the story that there was a little party for Lily this past weekend ahead of her birthday yesterday. But the Sussex camp really not saying anything at all about her birthday or about what they were doing for it. So, that's their prerogative now, and that's
they don't need to do it. I mean, right from the word go, when Archie was born and Meghan didn't want to follow the protocol of standing out there with your newborn baby hours after giving birth, which is, most people would find pretty terrifying. they have wanted to do things differently when it came to their children, and that's what we're seeing.
Yeah, they've wanted to have control, really. That's what it was all about. And I've always maintained, you know, they never said that they wanted to go and have a totally private life. And when people have come forward and criticised them for why are you doing things publicly when you wanted to be private, they wanted control. That's what they wanted. They wanted to be able to decide for themselves and not be dictated by convention or expectations linked to an institution that they couldn't control. They wanted to have their own control.